Yo, we are live. We live, bro. I was about to say, yo, we ready for another video, but now we live today. And one thing that we said that we were gonna make sure that we continue to do is round off the week with our run the ropes round off. I like that. Run the ropes round out for the week, man, and just touch bases with you guys on a couple things that we've seen maybe via Twitter. Some breaking news, potentially injury updates, whatever caught our attention to the point where we was just like, yo, we need to get in front of this camera and talk to you guys about it. So welcome to the live, and I'm sure my co-host Chilling with Dylan got a couple pop-up screens for us, and we gonna talk about it. And y'all, we just gonna vibe out for the next next moments and talk about some good wrestling.
Yeah. First thing, real quick, just to note, we do have TNA Slamversary tonight, which it should honestly be a pretty good show. I know we kind of talked about it real quick, but AJ Styles is returning, bro. What do you think? I honestly am happy he's going back into TNA, maybe one final time in his career.
I think if I was booking this, right? If I was booking this, I will have AJ Styles have one good match and win that TNA title. And hear me out. If we got Trick Williams with the championship, they can do some. Like, Trick Williams is over, man. He's over in NXT. He's over in TNA. Like, because truth be told, they ain't really been doing much with AJ Styles up there on the main roster. And on top of that, he has been a little injury prone, these last couple years with the bad ankles and things of that nature, or foot. But having AJ Styles and I think that's going to be the biggest draw tonight. That's going to be the biggest pop.
100%.
A lot of people been saying they want him to come out to some of his older music. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't a TNA guy growing up. Most of the time, I was against TNA because that was around the time when once wrestlers left WWE, that's where they went. They went to TNA. So I lost Kurt Angle to TNA. I lost Christian. Kurt Angle was tough. Losing Kurt Angle in 2006 and the crazy thing is, Dylan, he had a longer run in TNA than he did in WWE. That's the part that hurts a lot when it comes to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle spent a long time in TNA.
And arguably, to be honest, some of his best matches were in TNA.
Like Kurt Angle always talk about like his matches with Shawn Michaels. He had his matches with He Who Must Not Be Named. He has matches with Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, like The Rock, John Cena. But when it comes to TNA, he did some magic down there. The Dudley Boys, they went to TNA. RVD went to TNA, bro. Like, so many of my favorites. Booker T, we lost a lot of good WWE. Bobby Lashley, like the list goes on, bro, as far as how many of these WWE veterans or WWE greats that left WWE and went to TNA. Almost in a sense, kind of how it was with AEW. We had a lot of good wrestlers go to AEW, man. So again, I was never a TNA guy. Can't say like, oh man, I was there. But one person that I always wanted, if it was one person that I could have had at that time in TNA to come to WWE, who would you think I would say, bro?
And so you're talking about somebody who never came over?
Who never as a wrestler came to the WWE as a TNA wrestler. He was a big guy. I'm going to say that. I'm going to give you a hint. He was a big guy.
Abyss.
There we go.
Yep.
I've always was a fan of Abyss because he gave me like that mixture of Mankind and Kane in one, bro. He was major over.
He was one of those last true characters too, man.
Yep. He was one, like you say, one of them, and he actually was he had that persona. That character was in the ring and out of the ring. Mm-hmm. So but now I feel like he does work with WWE now. I want to say he's like he does like backstage or role manager with WWE. So, and that's why he's in the WWE 2K25 game for those who play. But again, Slammiversary, this is their WrestleMania for TNA. Yeah. This is their biggest event. So it seems to be like it's going to be a great event. I do feel like JC Jane is going to lose that women's championship tonight. And only on the fact that only reason I say that, bro, is because I cannot see TNA giving WWE both of their main titles. Unless Trick Williams is losing tonight as well, I just can't see TNA like, yeah, we're gonna give you the women's championship and you guys can keep the the TNA World Championship. That's a lot to give the WWE or NXT. So I can at least see them exchange. Like, we're gonna take the women's champion, the women's NXT championship, and y'all take, keep the men's TNA championship.
I think Trick loses tonight.
You do? You think Trick loses and JC wins?
Yes.
Dang, I mean, that would be big for JC though, bro. Real talk. Like, she needs some dubs, but Trick Williams been doing his thing over there in TNA too, though.
But at what point does he at what point does he stop playing around with this nonsense and start getting up onto the main roster? Huh?
I don't know, bro. Ask Carmelo Hayes.
Well, we did see Carmelo. We did see him on SmackDown. I was happy to see him.
But Dylan, how long Melo been on the main roster, bro? Over a year, bro.
Too long to not be doing anything. Too long
to not have had any kind of push. So now, to me, some of these NXT people might be like, I'm not in a rush to go to the main roster, especially if y'all ain't got nothing for me to do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay down here in NXT. I'm gonna do my TNA stuff. You know what I'm saying? They doing stuff with Fourth Rope now. Like, the forbidden door is knocked down, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it's knocked down. Like, it's true wrestling. I feel like we will be seeing soon. As far as interpromotional matches, bro. Like, this is just the beginning.
I agree. And again, Enzo Amore crossing that line, so things can get extremely interesting here very quickly as well.
Shout out to the people in the chat as well, y'all. What's going on?
100%. Yeah, and again, things can get very interesting too coming up soon, because who did Enzo Amore just drop, by the way? He dropped his name in that promo. He said Zilla Fatu.
Yeah.
First time he's going to be in TNA.
Yep. And TNA is connected where?
They got that partnership.
That door is OPEN. That door is open, bro. In due time.
Yep.
In due time. Before we move off of TNA, when can you see Zilla making a WWE debut? Or do you see them throwing him in NXT? Do you think he gonna get the solo treatment? Or you think he gonna come, because Hikaleo, Tonga, none of them touch NXT, bro. They all just Solo was or hit him with it.
JC Mateo.
None of them hit NXT, bro.
No, they didn't.
Do you think he's gonna be
he's going straight to the main roster? And I'm gonna be honest with you, especially with everything going on right now with this partnership, I honestly see it happening at SummerSlam. Why do I say at SummerSlam? Because we got for what we know, if it is this tag team match, there's going to be something going on. There's going to be some type of
tag team match on what spectrum? Because we got Bloodline business going down on SmackDown with Jacob and Jimmy, and then we got Bloodline stuff going down on Raw with Roman and Jay. So we definitely missing one minor piece to this puzzle, bro.
Yes, yeah, 100%. I mean, again, I keep. It's always a getting ahead of our skis here, but I just keep thinking about War Games and how it's all going to play down when it comes to War Games this year, and it just is lining up perfectly for Zilla to be the missing piece over on Jacob's team. You know what I'm saying? So we just are going to have to wait and see what happens. But we do got a couple of things circulating. So if you would, let's us get started onto the very first topic of today, which is going to be Goldberg. Okay, everybody knows Goldberg had his final match at Saturday night's main event. My man went on a little bit of a PR tour after the fact. He went on Ariel Helwani's podcast, and he was not happy about his final match in WWE. So here's the quote right here. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. They cut me off in freaking 20 seconds with the microphone in my hand, for God's sakes. I got 2 weeks before I can really spill the beans and make my feelings known about the entire rundown from the inception of the idea to its delivery. It was a little less than to be desired. When talking and asking questions, Ariel Helwani had specifically asked him, like, if you could do some things differently, so on and so forth, whatever. And he basically kind of came out and said that they're, I guess, contractually, at the time of that interview, within 2 weeks, he was going to be able to kind of disclose everything behind the scenes on what had taken place. There was a lot of things that he obviously was upset about. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was all in saying after Saturday night's main event, man, it was so disrespectful that they cut him off and all this. Man, he didn't do himself any favors with this interview, bro. Honestly, made himself look like the bad guy, and it made himself look like he's extremely ungrateful, unappreciative for the opportunity.
And that's why I wanted to hush.
Yes.
And let me hear everything you had to say, because I was going to ask you, how do you feel about just the way I just feel like he could go about it in a more professional way. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, he was mad, of course, but at the end of the day, like, this is still your final. Like, you don't want us to walk away and be like, man, you want us to still feel like you had a great match. Yeah. You walked away, you lost. Man, it sucks that they cut my time off. Yes. But nah, and the truth be told, Dylan, just reading this is enough to tell me how that whole entire interview went. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's enough, because not to mention, bro, you were I can say if this was the middle match, you still were the main event. You fought for the title. Yes, 155 million%. No, they should not have cut you off. 155 million%. You should have been able, because of the star that you should have been able to bow out gracefully.
Yes.
I feel like this is not a graceful bow out, and could potentially lead to. This is Tony Khan. I want to see if you want to do your final match the right way. You want to do this though, and now he's gonna be a bitter Goldberg.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a bitter Goldberg going forward.
Exactly. He kind of leaves the door open now, right? On kind of like this rough terms with WWE. Yep. And now it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm not done, because he kept saying in the interview as well, like, I still got a lot left in the tank and stuff like this. I'm like, man, they did give you this opportunity. Maybe it should have been on a PLE so you had more time.
100% should have been on a PLE.
At least
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it would have gave you enough time, to maybe plan out things better or to have that time on the microphone, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, they gave you a spotlight. It was Saturday night's main event. It was on prime time television.
It was like, this is what you wanted.
Correct.
If you wanted a PLE, then say the next PLE in Atlanta, Georgia. Granted, they had the women's evolution, that following. Wait till the next one. If you got that much, and now, Dylan, we always say these guys aren't getting younger. But if you gonna tell me you still got more gas in your tank, then okay, bro. Then if you didn't want to do Saturday night main event, all right, here I'm sure they know when the next PLE in Atlanta. Atlanta gets a PLE every year. So okay, the next PLE is gonna be here. Would you like to wait? Like, again, I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but then once you go on an anti-WWE or a WWE bashing campaign after they just gave you your, and which they didn't have to, because let's be honest, it wasn't like the fans really wanted this. You know what I'm saying, bro? It wasn't like your Roman Reigns, and they did, and that's kind of what. And this is, and again, we're talking about post the interview, because prior to the interview, everybody 100% felt sad for Goldberg.
Yes,
everybody, the press, they shouldn't have done him like that. 100%. Take that sympathy, bow out gracefully, and keep it moving. At least that's what I would have done. No, I'm not happy about being cut off. Great match to Gunther, future champions WWE. Thank you. And if you want to do a AEW run, do what you do, bro. But don't do the smudging. Don't do the. I'm not a fan of when the wrestlers leave or they done and then they smudge. That's it. I'll leave it at that.
I'm not either. You're 100% right on that. You should have never taken the opportunity then. If they were going to give you this, spotlight, they obviously promoted you. Basically, that's what the main attraction was for that event. You should have never taken it. If you wanted to do something else on your own terms, go to a different promotion and go ahead and do it. It's not like before any of this was announced, people were clamoring, to see Goldberg.
Nobody hands were sweating. You know what I'm saying? or salivating at the fact, and that's no disrespect. It's no disrespect.
It's just facts.
It's
you know, he's
facts.
an older
saying?
wrestler. It's not like he's a Roman Reigns coming back for a main spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And they give you a world title match too.
And they took the belt off of Jay. Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? They stripped Jay of that title purposely for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, be a little bit more. I just say be a little bit more appreciative, but who am I to say that? I'm just the guy watching you wrestle, bro. That's right. That really could have hurt you to the core. So I can't say he's not justified for feeling how he feels, but dang, bro, like a lot of people after that, bro, a lot of people like, oh, Bret Hart definitely got some content to work on after this. You know what I'm saying? Like Bret Hart definitely gonna be, he's proving Bret Hart right. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be that guy. But what we got next?
All right, we'll end the Goldberg talk. Who knows? Maybe he'll show up in AEW at some point.
Bro, I ain't trying to get no knock on the door and get speared through all these PEs over here, bro. Like I'm good with it. Break ain't trying to be next.
No. Here we go. What's next is that Roman Reigns. I mean, man. Now, granted, by the way, guys, you could tell the date when I screenshotted this. This was July 15th, so now we're 5 days removed from this.
It's probably doubled.
It's even crazier, but as you guys can see, Roman Reigns' return when he returned on Monday Night Raw last week has garnered over 53 million views in just 12 hours.
I got a question, Dylan. I got a question, bro. I had a question. How long, though? How long are we going to keep? Or maybe is this the plan? Because we know they want viral moments now, bro. Everything is a viral moment now. So are you guys purposely keeping him off of, like, we know Roman is not hurt. We know Roman is sick. We know Roman is dealing with, illnesses. But if y'all are just trying to keep this man off TV every 3 months just to gain 53 million, bro, like you're robbing the fans of the true experience. Can't nobody tell me. I seen Stone Cold wrestle bro. It's just tough coming from the era of wrestling that we did, where we saw our megastar Dylan, we talked about it, bro. Mm-hmm. Even though we seen Stone Cold every night, that pop, dog. I had the Stone Cold music on my bro. I got wrestling songs on my phone. Yeah. I don't care. Like we can go through all. I got Stone Cold theme, John Cena. I got all of the bro. The Stone Cold theme played in the car. Then my wife was just like the ovation at WrestleMania, bro. Like this is my wife. Don't even watch wrestling, but Stone Cold had that every night.
Yeah.
He had it every night, and he was so y'all are robbing. I just feel like you're robbing the fans because again, they want viral moments. So we're gonna keep Roman off for 3 months. We're gonna let Roman heal up for a little bit. Like I get it, just to get these pops. But if you want Roman to go down in history as a megastar, he need those pops every night, not just when he returned because we ain't seen him for 3 months. To me, it's a difference. It's a difference, bro. It's a difference. It's a difference.
It is, I even said to you, it's so wild to me the pops that Stone Cold was getting. And then, I mean, even, we talked about it, like his full run was what, about 5 years?
Yeah. Like Stone Cold was on top, let's say 97 through 99, bro. Because once you get to 2000, bro, Stone Cold didn't come back to October of 2000. He was out from November 99 to October of 2000. And then he did the invasion stuff. Like Stone Cold really only had, like, when you think of it on top, like 2 years. He only had 2 years, bro. Like 97 to 99 is all Stone Cold. All of that is Stone Cold. 2 years. Roman how many WrestleManias have Roman been main event? Like 10.
Oh, I think 11. Yeah,
11,
this year was
bro,
11.
Like
But it's just to say, like, you go from that era, right? Like that era where he was on top in his prime and getting the biggest ovations in the world. And then like you see him at WrestleMania and he still gets that,
bro.
Like he's not even there anymore, but he'll show up here, but I mean, his meet and greet sold out. You were there. It's like the relevance that the guy has. But then you look at today's world, and I had sent you something like what, it just got me thinking like maybe we do a separate video on this, right? Like, what are the biggest pops in the modern era? Roman Reigns is starting to slowly get some of the biggest pops in the modern era. I still do think that CM Punk and AEW return is by far the biggest.
Yeah. I don't. As far as wrestling,
and by the way, sold out on a rumor. They never confirmed CM Punk's return for that Chicago event, and everybody was there.
I should have been there, bro.
Rumor.
You know what, bro? I can live with myself on that. Only on the strength that it wasn't Stone Cold. If it was,
you should have been at Survivor Series.
100%, Dylan. I should have been at Survivor Series, and I should have been at the AEW when CM. I should have been there for both. I wasn't. I can sleep at night, okay, because I met the greatest of all time, Stone Cold, this year. And nothing really matters anymore, you know, because of meeting Stone Cold. But you're right, bro. Nobody never. They can't. Even in today's era, if Stone Cold was a pop out tomorrow night on Raw, dog, nobody else matters after that.
No,
nothing else matters after that. So do I think Roman is? I do think Roman is getting to that, but I feel like Roman is at that level because he's gone every 3 months.
Yeah, and this time around,
plays into it. I do. I definitely do.
And this time around, I guess he did confirm too. Like he didn't have another child. He had 5 kids. That was it. He said that he wasn't on vacation. We do know that he was doing some movie role.
I know he's doing like the stuff with Street. I know he get rumors with Street, but why? Like, why are we keeping this man? Again, if Roman is just like if he's sick and he's just like, look, this is the schedule because I'm sick. I got you. But again, he's doing movies. We know sometimes they got to take a little bit of time, but it's a cycle. Dylan, when did he retire last year?
But let's just say this though. This is off of a 4-year run of carrying the company, him there every day. I mean, that whole COVID era, he's there grinding, right? He did take a little break because of his illness. He didn't want to be around, with the whole pandemic, whatever. Comes back. I mean, dude, like, I get having to take some time here and there in the subsequent years. He just lost the belt, last year at WrestleMania. So, okay, I'm going to give him this year, right? He took the time from WrestleMania to SummerSlam last year, took a couple breaks. Then we have the WrestleMania this year, took another break, returned this past Monday. I'll give him this. But going forward, now, if after SummerSlam we don't see it for months again, I'm all in with you. I go, all right, we don't need this anymore, right? Like, it's just going to be one of these acts where he's going to come back, maybe do one-off events and so forth, so on and so forth, kind of like a Cena's been doing for the last couple of years, right? And that's why I had mentioned to you originally, like, maybe we don't stick him in the main events. But then you go out and you get pops and 53 million views. He's going to be in that main spotlight.
He's going to be, bro. You can't when a guy's pulling that many. And my thing is if he's doing that, why do we have him away from television? Again, and what do we always like to say, like, about our stars now, Dylan? They not what? They not getting younger, bro.
Yeah.
And Roman is sick. So and that's why I try not to be inconsiderate because I know he's sick too. But it's just like, if y'all gonna give us Roman, give us Roman. You know what I'm saying? Like the Brock Lesnar schedule with Roman. I just feel like Roman is so big now, bro, that it's just like, if he's not always winning, some just don't seem right. Like, you can't just have Roman come back. He's losing to Rusev, or he's losing to, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, he's
what did we just say?
Now he might honestly be kind of on the Stone Cold level now, bro, where he gotta be in that top picture. He can't be losing to mid card. Stone Cold wasn't losing to no mid carders.
No,
none of that, bro.
We just said he's almost too big to be in that SummerSlam match. It's going to be a tag team.
He's too big for
tag teams.
He's too big for that tag team match, but we shall see. It's gonna get the views that they want. But if in a way that tag team match is bringing up Jey Uso, cool. But guess what, Dylan? Guess what, bro? Jay Uso, he's pushing his 40s, bro. And not to say once these guys hit 40, then, it's over and done with. I'm not trying to say that. But my man Uso's been in there for dang near 20 years, too. Like, these ain't no spring chickens. You know what I'm saying? They got the baton right now. Let us enjoy them with the baton, bro. And then when it's time for them to pass it, bam, bring up the Braun Breakers and things like that. I agree with what he said. I agree with Break. SummerSlam don't feel SummerSlammy. It don't. We got a lot of tag teams, triple threats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna just jumble all, because, bro, SummerSlam is less than 2 weeks away now. So y'all just literally gotta throw darts at these matches. We're gonna throw this match in. We're gonna throw this match. It's not enough build.
I agree.
But only match that got some kind of build is Cody Cena.
And we'll get to that, but let's move on from Roman Reigns, because we could talk about that whole situation for 4 hours. But just speaking on, maybe some ticket sales and numbers, we're just talking about Roman Reigns being the guy when it comes to numbers, right? Well, the WWE, we know, has been pushing Gunther and is very high on him, as it says, right? Triple H is very high on current WWE World Champion Gunther. However, there are some higher-ups backstage who feel that his recent audience reactions have not been strong enough for ratings or ticket sales, and I have been arguing this for a while. Because, yes, I have bought in that he is a heel, but he doesn't give me anything as a heel to make me go, man, I need to tune into Gunther's matches, or I need to tune into his segments, or I need to go and buy a ticket to go watch Gunther in person. What do you think about this?
You know why, bro? There's no true heels like back in the day, bro.
Definitely not like back in the day, but I will say they've been booking him as an actual heel.
They've been booking him as a heel, like on some I'm a legend killer type heel. But as far as like a cerebral assassin like Triple H, who I think is the number one heel that has ever stepped into the ring, and it's just like he's not getting. You're a good heel when you get cheered for the bad things that you do. Gunther is not being cheered for these things, bro. You're Edge, a great heel. You know what I'm saying? He's not gritty. He's not. He's too much of a ring general. He not no. I'm gonna hit you with the sledgehammer. I'm gonna break your hand with the sludge. I'm gonna concerto you. He's not that type of heel. He's a heel. I'm gonna beat you in this ring as a heel. He's not. He again, bro. As far as true heels, the closest thing that we had to like a true heel was like a Drew McIntyre when he was kind of on his, heelish campaign. But this is gonna change, bro. They need a top heel that can sell some tickets. Whoa! It's coming soon, bro.
Yeah.
This is why, bro. It gotta happen. It has to happen because one, we already know the rumors as far as Cena's last match.
Well, yeah, let's not get.
I know we gonna talk about it, and we discussed prior that I'm not gonna get. But when you heard that, hey, you knew I was about to get there. But as far as the higher ups and Gunther and ticket sales, I just don't think that he can relate to the audience, enough for him. Sometimes these heels do things that even you will look and be like, I would do that too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Gunther is a heel, but he ain't that gritty Triple H heel, bro. And I think that's what we need.
But it is a different
Cross
time.
would be. Read that comment. That would be a smart move.
They need to give Cross that top heel. I think he can do it. Yeah, I mean, dude, they're already. Well, I don't know. That's tough to say too, because, bro, yes, I fully agree, Daquan. He can absolutely be a ruthless heel, but will they give him the opportunity to be that ruthless heel? I don't think so, because he's getting cheered right now as if he's almost a tweener. That you just literally just said it. They don't have true heels. He's getting cheered out of the buildings right now.
But that's how you know he's a good heel. What I say, you a good heel when you a heel and they cheer.
Yes.
He put the rocket on Karrion.
Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. He's been booked properly backstage enough to get to that next level heel, right? He's using the lead pipe on Sami Zayn. He's having these video packages backstage. Backstage, like I said to you, they're beautifully shot. Him, if Scarlett in the background, she is a great piece to add to this whole character.
Kind of reminds me of Stephanie McMahon on Triple H on Hip back when he was doing like take the sledgehammer away and put a pipe and carry it. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like Cross could be that guy.
And I 100% agree he definitely can be. But then when you look at the flip side and compare that to Gunther, what did they do that made me say originally I'm buying it as a heel? That whole Jimmy Uso segment. I mean, what a scene, bro. Laid his brother out bloody, viciously, having Jay try to stretch with
that was good. That was good.
They need to start doing more stuff like this on a week in and week out basis. I'm not talking about bloodbaths. I'm just talking about the ruthless style of a heel instead of just having them come out like Gunther comes out almost every week in a promo, right?
Yeah,
I don't need to see you in a promo.
Yep. You right on the money, bro. He's not doing enough action. Gunther's a talker. I'm gonna talk you. I'm gonna disrespect the crowd. Triple H did all of that and whoop some ass, bro. Sledgehammer, all this stuff. Yeah, Undertaker too. When he first turned heel, but then he turned to like a bigger heel and he actually started getting booed. But when Undertaker first turned heel in 2001, he went against like RVD and some of those guys like that. He was still low key getting cheered until he started going against like Hulk Hogan. When he beat down Hulk Hogan, you remember when he tied Hulk Hogan up to the bike and heelish, you gotta do things like, or when the NWO ran into The Rock when he was up in the hospital bed with this, you got like Gunther's not doing the most heelish things he did is just like you said. When he beat Jimmy down bloody, that's old school Triple H vibes. Triple H would have did that, man, every Monday Night Raw. Look what he did to JR and them, like. He was just a menace. Gunther's not a menace. Triple H was a menace, bro. Most of the heels that we can think of were menaces, bro. He needs that menace behavior.
And a lot of the things, too, we talk about, too, right? It is 100% a different time, you know? Unfortunately, it is a different time. I thought maybe with the whole Netflix era, I'm not expecting blood every single week, but I was expecting maybe
a little more raunchy.
A little more, like, you know, realness, some rawness to some of the segments that they're doing. I mean, granted, I don't know if it was meant to be on purpose or whatever, but this last Friday, right, you had Cena bleeding. They barely even showed it because maybe they didn't want to have, you know, the image of Cena be bleeding, but he got busted open the hard way. Like stuff like that they can utilize on a Monday Night Raw with Gunther. Even if you just have him hit somebody over the head with the belt, have him lay wasted bleeding, or even just him doing stuff like, you know, like back in the, like you said, Triple H segments, right? He would come out sometimes in the suit, right? He'd roll up the sleeves and just start beating down on people and lay them waste. Stuff like that would do a character like Gunther, I mean, really put him over the edge.
But why aren't they doing that?
I don't know.
I truly feel like they just don't. I don't want to say they don't have the trust, but Gunther is boring, bro. Let's just be real.
I feel he is. I know there's some people that watch our channel. There's some people that watch our channel that comment every time about we post a Gunther video or have a Gunther reaction who love Gunther. And I'm trying to understand their like psychology behind it because again,
he's boring, bro. He's a boring champion, bro.
Yeah.
He that's it. He's boring.
Yeah.
He don't have any edge to him, no pun intended.
Yep.
You know, like I feel like he's such a gentleman. It's almost like William Regal being a heel. But William Regal was a better heel. Regal had the brass knucks. Regal cheated. Gunther barely cheats. You know what I'm saying? Like he's it's like he wants to be bad, but he still follows by the books.
Exactly.
I'm gonna still follow. Like I'm a ring general. I'm a general. Most people don't look at generals as heels.
No,
I'm a ring general. I get down in this ring and I get to business. That's it. I don't do all the other antics. I don't trick the ref. I'm not the dirtiest player in the game like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just a big guy that can get down in the ring. And let's just be real. Who can really beat a guy like that? So they throw the strap on him. But as far as the true heel, we about to get that true heel. We're going to talk about it later. Because that guy is going to show us some stuff, bro.
I hope so.
That guy on the mic can talk too. But let's get it.
Next up, Real quick, we got Pat McAfee came out on his podcast the other day when he had Jelly Roll on. And he basically was just kind of explaining the situation on why he decided to step away from WWE, basically saying he was tired, he was starting to not like feel into it as much as what he used to be because, with all the travel and the grind of being on the road and so on and so forth. And I'm going to be honest, like when I was listening to that podcast, I'm kind of thinking like, man, he's kind of seeming like he may not be doing it for much longer because he's putting over guys like Corey Graves. He says, like he's excellent. And the whole thing that happened at Saturday Night's Main Event with Seth getting hurt. He's like, I don't know how I would have handled that situation. I don't know if I could have been in that role as a Wade Barrett and say like, I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer we are going to have Pat McAfee a part of the WWE commentary
How
table.
do you feel about that though, bro? Because like I'm 50-50 with it, okay? Because I do feel like it's people that's more qualified to be Corey Graves, more qualified. Corey Graves should be there. You know what I'm saying? Pat McAfee to me is more of an attraction. He is, man. It's Pat McAfee. You got the Pat McAfee show. You got this. You know what I'm saying? Like he should have been like a guest commentator every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But to have like they don't even call them commentators no more. And I want to text you that now they call them analysis. It's more sportsy now. Like even for them, like they're not color commentators no more. We're sports analysis. We got the WWE analysis right here. Does Pat McAfee know wrestling? Yes. Wait, I don't blame Pat. Traveling takes a toll on you. His lane is sports more than wrestling. WWE can find a commentator who can only focus on commentating. Like but why sign up for it though? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know what all the entails of all. And let's not act like we don't like Pat McAfee. We like him.
I want to be honest. I still think him and Michael Cole are still the best duo that's 100%, on commentary. 100%. Their chemistry together is unmatched.
100%.
And it is what it is. Like to your point about the whole Corey Graves thing. Yeah, he's 100%. He is a wrestling commentator, right? Like that's what he is. That's what he does. He's a professional in his lane. There's other commentators who I don't care anything about. I mean, just to be blunt, like me personally, when I listen to Joe Tessitore, I want to be put to sleep. He does nothing for me as far as a wrestling commentator. When I listen to wrestling and I want to get into the match and feel involved in the match, I want people to change their levels and get excited and get into the match just like I am watching it. And for me, he doesn't do it. Pat will be. Let me see. Pat will be good for Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, Pat should be saved just for bro. You remember even at the tail end of JR's WWE run, they will always bring him out for like that last match at WrestleMania. Like it's just special. Keep Pat McAfee. Don't get rid of Pat McAfee. Like Pat McAfee should be on the road for PLEs because he's gonna hype up the crowd. Corey Graves is not gonna hype up the crowd. No. Pat McAfee is gonna hype up the crowd. But Pat McAfee got relationships though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's great to still have him there. I don't think that they should get rid of him, not one bit. But also though, Pat McAfee is doing a lot. He got his own stuff. He do the football stuff on this. Like he got his
and I mean, bro. And to your point, coming up in September, he goes away for college football anyway. So
like he got a lot on his plate anyway, man. So yeah, bro, take that time off, get that rest, man. But guess what, bro? At WrestleMania, we gonna want you there. We want you there, bro. If you see Run the Rose Media, we want you there, bro. But again, don't burn yourself out. But let's use Pat McAfee for those special attractions. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. Let them be there, but let them rest, whenever you can.
100%.
I bet Roman Reigns wanted me to say that too. I love you, Roman. I just want. I just need to see the tribal chief just more often, bro. That's it.
Me too. Next up, Cardi B is still reportedly set for a role at SummerSlam. Obviously, we know that she is the host of SummerSlam. They usually have, hosts at WrestleMania, whatever. They're doing one for SummerSlam for the first ever two-night SummerSlam. I just hope she's not in a role like Jelly Roll. That's all I'll say about
no disrespect to you, Cardi, because I know you Cardi watch content. All right, Cardi, I don't want no smoke. but I got to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? If we feeling the same way about Jelly Roll and all them, like, lead these, like, this could be the fulfillment of another NXT female wrestler or another main roster. Like, it's so many other people that we want to see in these spotlights. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like as the wrestlers, how does that feel? You busting your behind weekly, and then you got celebs that just mosey on in, bro, and just take your at SummerSlam too. Like, you got hella wrestlers on this roster that's been there for 10 plus years who have never had a SummerSlam match. But you got Jelly Roll in a tag match when you done had some of these wrestlers that 10, 15 years who ain't ever been on a SummerSlam card, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they got planned for Cardi. It's 2 weeks away. What's up?
Yeah. I don't got much to say about it. I think we all know how I feel about these celebrity appearances, whatever.
Is she gonna be in the Hall of Fame in 20 years? Like, you gotta let me know. Because you just Snoop in there. Let me know. Yeah. Let me know, bro.
Yeah. Again, not much else I can say about that. Let's move on to the next one. Omos. We haven't seen the man in quite some time, man. WWE is looking to position Omos outside the company, by the way. Outside the company bubble to help further establish him as a special attraction. Now, I don't know what this means, right? Like, when I hear outside the company, I'm hearing, like, you know, what they do with some of these guys, right? They, like, Lil Levice, for instance, has been doing work in AAA.
AAA, yep.
Is he going to be doing stuff like that? Or are they just...
Like, I thought bro was in Japan for, like, the last year and a half, bro.
I don't know, you know, and it's like, but if they were going to do this, why wouldn't they promote stuff like that, right? Like, they're not showing any footage of him in Japan. To me, it almost seems like outside the company means, like, yeah, he's going to be in WWE promoting WWE, but maybe he's going to be doing.
Bro, that man gonna be the next Titus O'Neil, bro.
That's exactly what
that man gonna like, bro. I seen Titus O'Neil. They promoted Titus O'Neil on a reality team called King's Court.
I saw that.
Something like that, bro.
I saw that.
I'm like, yo, my man Titus, ever since he slid under that ring, his career was over with, bro. He ain't been in the ring since. And it's like that. I feel like Omos is gonna be like that next guy where they just he's gonna be an ambassador. He might be an ambassador over there in Africa or something, bro. Like, I just feel like he's gonna be one of them ambassadors where they're not gonna get rid of you, but we're gonna use you for our side missions. You know what I'm saying? Titus O'Neil been on side missions for 5 years, man. But hey, he still got a job though.
Yeah, facts. I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, it's either you use them or you don't, right? If they're just going to be an ambassador, okay, cool. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, if he accepted the role, he's going to be happy with the position or whatever. But I guess
their jobs, bro. He needs a job.
But then you have him go on Chris Van Vliet, right? He was on there. And he's talking about wrestling, so I don't know. It's a little confusing, but Break said almost.
Hey, yo, funny. Hey, we ain't seen him since MVP was still in the WWE, bro. So that's been a minute. It's been a while.
Facts. Next, talking about people pushing and getting pushes. Here we go. WWE set to elevate Jacob Fatu's profile through major promotion. Expect exclusive city-themed merchandise designed in collaboration with local sports teams.
I seen that when it was in San Antonio. He had like a Spurs-inspired T-shirt.
I mean, you talk about leveling up. That's my man's getting the ultimate John Cena type push here with when you're talking about colors from sports teams.
Cena, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Cena had on the Spurs inspired shirt too, which was kind of shocking too that they had both of these superstars wearing something like that. Give me 1 second, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you're gonna have SummerSlam, right? It's gonna be that the whole debacle of what's going on right now, but Jacob Fatu, I've been saying for a while, is that dude, right? Like, he's getting some of the biggest ovations that anybody really, honestly, like, think about who gets the biggest ovations every single time they come out there, right? LA Knight, Roman, Cody, Cena, right? Jacob Fatu is slowly starting to be up there with his cadences. I mean, everybody goes wild when the guy's going buck cherry, going spastic in the ring. Like, my man is really starting to become that elite
Jacob is
talent.
over, bro. He's over. He's over. Like, the thing is, I'm glad that Solo has the belt because Jacob didn't need it, bro. Truth be told, he
didn't.
He didn't need it. I feel like Solo needed that more because Solo for some time was just looked at as just like they did. I feel like they didn't know what to do with him. He was kind of lost. Him with that title, him with his new bloodline or whatever you want to call it, that faction needs some gold.
But let me ask you a question real quick, because you're talking about that he didn't need it, but now at SummerSlam, I just kind of mentioned the whole debacle of everything going on at SummerSlam. It's going to be blood versus blood match.
I thought they were. Excuse me. I thought they were doing like a steel cage match.
They're booking it as blood versus blood. It's a steel cage match at SummerSlam. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa for the title. You really think they're gonna have Jacob lose when this info comes out?
Yes.
Really? But let me ask you: is that how we get Zilla Fatu? But does Zilla get introduced to help Solo win, and that's the only reason why Jacob loses?
Hear me out, bro. That would be a great twist. Only because every time it's always been somebody coming to help Solo, and that's how we get the introduction of a new bloodline member. From Tama Tonga, help Solo. From Tongaloa, help Solo. From Tongatala, help Solo. So it's just like. Did I say that right? I said that right. Wait, what is it? Tongatala?
Talatonga.
I told you.
You almost got it though.
Bro, I told you. Them announcers gonna have some trouble in a war game. Michael Cole, boy, Michael Cole gonna be calling people Tala and
Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle was back. But yeah, almost is back. But that would be good, bro. Yeah. That would be a good twist. That would be a good, but I'm not ready for Solo to lose that belt right now, though, bro.
I'm not either.
I'm not. I don't think it is gonna do anything for Jacob if he loses. I don't think it's gonna. If he loses a straight up one-on-one match, then maybe. But with some interference, as we can all expect, you know what I'm saying? I can see Solo walking away with the dub with some interference.
100%. I can see anything happening at this year's SummerSlam. You know, we're going to be diving into that, everything, you know, breaking it down. But you want to talk about some delusion real quick? Just make this a real quick one.
Talk about this man. Keish is tripping, bro. You know why he's tripping, bro? Because that didn't even happen when he was in there wrestling, bro.
No, bro, never.
So how do you expect the people? Rikishi says he's open to returning to the WWE. And joining the original bloodline, but only if the fans want it. He said he'll come back if the fans chant his name and bring bring back Rikishi signs to Raw and SmackDown. Dog, they wasn't like when he wasn't too cool, he was over. Like, but nobody, you know, Rikishi was a fan favorite, dog. We're not gonna act like it.
Of course he was.
Act like he was, but bro, nobody's gonna be bringing we want Rikishi signs back. Like, we want Roman. Like, how you expect us to want you when Roman been gone for 3 months, bro? Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm confused about that one. Like, I would have loved Rikishi to have got into this a couple years ago, bro. Zilla gonna
Why not?
Solo through the cage and Solo retains. That'll be wild. That'll be wild. I don't know though, bro. I think it's too soon for Zilla. But my thing is, but Zilla has been saying, "Hey, Jacob, I'm only one call away." Like he is like he's been making it known. He got the TNA. He's gonna be in TNA tonight.
Honestly,
we know that's part of the. You know,
honestly, bro, I'm gonna say I didn't think about that because I'm thinking maybe Zilla helps Solo because we just said we don't think Jacob will win. But man, what a way, right? He
helps him, but still costs him the championship.
No, this would be because in a cage match you can escape the cage.
Zilla's gonna spear Solo through the cage and Solo retains.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a crazy clever way to have him be introduced. But
really, bro, what would you say your percentage is, bro? Truth be told, are you like 50% thinking he gonna show up at some. I think it's a 0% chance we get Zilla at SummerSlam because we just got Hikuleo. I mean, Tala Tonga. So I just is it Tonga Tala or Tala Tonga? Bro, I'm dead serious, bro. It's Tala Tonga. Tala Tonga. So we just got Tala Tonga not too long ago. So it's just like I feel like his and they're doing him just like Jacob, bro. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that they've been protecting him from like really getting like hit or knocked down to the canvas or like or any kind of like action right now? They're doing the same thing that they did to Jacob when Jacob was side by side with Solo. He'll hold him off. That's exactly what they're doing right now. So Tala Tonga hasn't even really gotten his feet wet. So how y'all gonna go ahead and give us Zilla? Like Zilla gonna take all the attraction from him, 100%.
I would only say it's not a 0% chance, only based off what's currently happening. Meaning they got Jason Mateo, Tala Tonga, you got Tonga Loa, you got Solo. I mean, you still have Tama Tonga waiting in the wings too, because he's out hurt or whatever. So there's 5 right there. And then on the other side, you literally only got Jacob and Jimmy.
That's the only way we get Rikishi back. That's the only way we get Rikishi back.
Oh, we got Haku.
That's the only way, bro. That would be the only way it would make sense. If you got Haku, because you got all his sons over there with Solo. Yeah. And then if you that's the only, but don't have them in no match. They can be managers. You know, they can, have they back at War Games or whatever the case may be. They can be in a corner. But don't have Rikishi and Haku in a match. But if you introduce Haku, that's the way you introduce Rikishi. And we know they were former tag team partners too. So that could be a good story right there, bro. But it just got to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we say, bro?
We just got to wait and see.
Got to wait and see. So real quick, this is just a really fast one here. We kind of already touched on it for Evolution, right?
Yeah.
We saw her being promoted, and she never even showed up. However, she did return on main event before or after SmackDown this past Friday. So Kiana James is officially back. Let's see what WWE has in store for her. I did think it was kind of weird. Maybe she was out with an injury, but she was gone for like months, right?
No, years. She's been gone for over a year, bro. Over a
year. Because we're talking about the draft. She was drafted from NXT.
Yeah, last year she had one match on Raw, and that was it.
Yep. So, again, wait and see with this one. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Real quick before we get to the final 2, little news cycles here this week. I think this is funny because we had just talked about the landscape of AEW, right? So CM Punk was on, I believe his name is Robbie Fox's podcast. It's called My Mom's Basement. CM Punk privately met with Vince McMahon and Triple H in 2018, 2019 regarding a return. There was a handshake agreement that was made, and Punk says Vince ghosted him after the meeting. I mean, you talk about the landscape and literally history of not only WWE, but also AEW changing forever. If this actually went through, this deal went through.
Yeah.
Bro, think about it. Like he literally changed AEW when he went there for that stretch of time. AEW was doing better numbers than WWE.
Yep. If CM Punk was still there, AEW would still be a contender. No knocking that at all. We talk about his return. His return to AEW has more views than his return to WWE.
Yeah, it does.
100%. Yep. And it was just that would be a moment to go down in history. And AEW got that moment. That was a mistake on Vince. But I feel like Vince probably had cold feet afterwards. He didn't know how it would go. Him and Triple H probably talked a little bit more. Don't forget, man, CM Punk did that little Fox stuff for a little bit, bro. You remember that? They had some little Fox. I don't even really remember what it was, bro, but it was just like after SmackDown, they had like, you know what I'm talking about, bro. He finally returned to WWE Fox. I thought they were gonna do something then, but I had no clue about this back then. So I mean, that's crazy to even think.
The wrestling lore continues, right? So
man, bro,
this is crazy to think. But here we go. Last 2 for today. Here we go. Speaking about podcasts, all right. So Demetrius Johnson has a podcast on his YouTube channel, and he had guest Daniel Cormier before the UFC event this weekend. Daniel Cormier recently revealed Brock Lesnar is currently on a TKO ban list. He came out and said, Brock is on the ban list right now. Oh, dude, Brock got in so much trouble. You know what Brock did? I ain't telling you on air what Brock did. Bro was in so much trouble. What do you think about this? Do you think this is legit? Do you think this is the reason why we haven't seen him?
If they're under TKO 100%, because if Vince was in charge, Brock would have been back 100%. Also, we don't know if this is some stuff that he did in UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all under, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. Like, we
don't know the context of this.
You know what I'm saying? They could hate Brock Lesnar in UFC. I'm sure him and UFC probably, I don't know the terms that they left on. You know what I'm saying? But this could be some stuff that they talking about when he was, because TKO has UFC. So when UFC, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like,
I know exactly what you're saying. But here's my caveat on this. Why? I mean, really, realistically, too, in the last couple of weeks, it's really been more apparent.
Why have they been having like his flannels and like all, like if he's on a ban list, like it don't make any sense.
And mentioning him every week.
Yeah. They want, like, Paul Heyman hasn't said Brock Lesnar, but we know what he's hinting with. So maybe
he just said the next big thing on his last thing. Said on SmackDown, he said he conquered the Beast. Remember in that promo on SmackDown. So
yeah, but they not actually saying Brock. Like you can say
we know,
but you can say the People's Champ, and you know we talking about The Rock. You can say the Texas Rattlesnake, and we know we talking about Stone Cold.
But my thing is, he's on a ban list. There would be mentioned two superstars to not mention anything about him. You know, his relevance or
he can't be on a he who must not be named ban list, because that ban list is like ban. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that guy is banned, bro. Like they don't say no cripple across face. They don't say no.
CM Punk was on that list when he was gone with WWE, right? Nobody could say his name. Nobody could mention him.
Yeah. But I think that was on some petty stuff, on some Vince.
Of course,
you know
it was.
Yeah. So TKO ban list could just be back from like his UFC days. Like we don't know. We don't know maybe he's talking about the court stuff. What we say over here, only time will tell.
That's right. So final thing, rounding it off for this weekly roundup, just has relevance to tonight. I think TNA is pretty much back, right? So TNA Wrestling confirms to Fightful that all floor seats are officially sold out. Slamversary will be the biggest attendance of any TNA show in more than 10 years.
Wow.
And they project to be the largest crowd at any TNA Wrestling live event in the U.S. company's history.
Bro. How much is it? It ain't $70 like AEW, is it? How much is it?
I have no idea.
Bro, I want to say they got something where they charge like $25 a month, bro. I honestly might watch it, bro.
We should.
I honestly may watch it. Like if it ain't $70, like, cause I ain't got nothing to watch tonight, no way. So if it ain't like $70 like the AEW joint, if it's like a $35 joint, I might go ahead and just check it out, cause this might be worthy to talk about. Yeah. Especially with AJ Styles being back there,
100%.
First time in 9 years. I think he came to WWE 2016, so something like that. 2016, 2017. So it's been some time. So, but yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that was in the chat with us. We said that we probably try to do this more on like Sundays when everybody at home, at the church or whatever the case may be. So just put that on y'all calendar that every Sunday me and Dylan is gonna go live and just hit you guys with like the weekly stuff. Maybe we missed something from Raw, maybe we missed something from SmackDown, NXT, AEW. Regardless of that, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Bro, any last things?
That's it, man. We got a lot of content to come. I believe next week, is it? Yeah, next week on Tuesday, as long as Break is okay with this, I'll just say it out here, is going to be the WWE Unreal debut series. So I would like to do a series on the channel here, kind of like how we did with the Vince McMahon documentary, and just give our recap of each episode.
Okay.
So if you guys are interested in that, let us know.
I'm gonna have to see. Is that stuff with Cody? Like, is that the stuff with Cody that they got going on? Yeah, I heard somebody said like this is gonna ruin wrestling. That's all I'm saying.
It's the Unreal. So basically, they're bringing us behind the curtain. They're going to be showing us pretty much how they're laying out matches and stuff like this. So, Yeah, that's why I think it's good topic for conversation.
Yeah.
You guys can let us know what you guys thought about, the series, and we can give our take on it and go from there. So let us know down below in the comment section if you guys think that's something you'd be interested in. Stay tuned for all the SummerSlam content that we're going to have in the next coming weeks as well. And like the video, share the content, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. And that's it for me, man. What about you?
And other than that, man, shoot, you got your boy Break.
Got Dylan.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.